Hello everyone, welcome to Telugu One Academy. Today we will be learning in the topic of internal security the role of media and social networking sites in the internal security part 2. In this part, my friends, we will be focusing the role of social media and what exactly does the social media and social networking site mean and what are their roles in the internal security with recent examples and also model mains questions from previous years. Now we see what are the basic characteristics of social media. How can you define social media? Because one cannot say what exactly social media in a direct sense. He has to use such characteristics to define a social media. One is participation. So in social media, what happens, my friends? There is a lot of participation and interaction. Social media encourages contribution and feedback from everyone who is interested. It blurs the line between man, media and the audience. What does that mean? In social media, anyone can give their input. Sir, this is right, this is wrong. No, what you are doing is right or what you are doing is wrong. You could have done in better way. So all these inputs are given by normal citizens like you and me. For example, if there is a news going in live in YouTube, like YouTube, you can directly give your live comments on the YouTube saying that this might have done better, this could have done this on each and every event, thus blurring the gap between media and the people. Next is openness. Anyone and everyone can have a social media account and they can give their opinion and post. Most social media services are open to feedback and participation. They encourage voting, comments and sharing of information. There are rarely any barriers to access and making use of content. Password protected content is forward on. Next thing, you can have conversation. You can have one-way conversation or two-way conversation. We see these days the most of the Instagram people who have a large number of followers, they come to live and they have conversations with their followers, and then you have a community. Okay, like Facebook, you create a community of your friends, you create a community of your family. Even in WhatsApp, you make your own groups. Okay, like for example, in college, you have a college group. For intermediate college, you have an intermediate college group. So certain community based activities you will be sharing, and in that community, you will be doing that community based topics and sharing. Next is connectedness. Almost every social media makes people think that they are connected, rather even if you have the barriers of geography. You see, most kinds of social media thrive on connectedness, making use of links to other sites, resources and people. So these are the characteristics of social media. So what is social media versus social networking? What is the basic difference? There is a very thin line, my friends. Even if you see the topic which we are learning in the internal security, which is in the syllabus number 0.3, that is role of communication network, social media and media, all these are very interrelated and there is a very thin line of difference. So that difference between social media and social networking sites is that in social media, it is a one-way communication most of the time. That is, it gives an output, you can just comment on that. But in social networking, it is a two-way communication. Two-way communication when two people exchange their ideas and share the information in combination. For example, you see, media is a communication channel that transmits information to wide audience and is usually one-way street. Generally, it is one-way street. While social networking facilitates the act of engagement between like-minded people, groups or communities. Next thing, types of social media. What are the different types of social medias you have? So basically, when you divide all the major apps like Twitter, which is a micro-blogging network site, okay, and if you see a Facebook, that is a different channel, and if you see Instagram, that's a very different channel. In Instagram, you will be posting your photos and videos. YouTube, where you post your videos and small contents. The recent short version of YouTube also you have getting. So all that will divide them. The first is social networks. These sites allow people to build personal web pages and then connect with friends to share content and communication. This example is Facebook. Okay, the example is Facebook. Next thing is blogs. A blog is an online journal where entries are written in personal, conversational style. They are usually the work of an identified author or groups of authors. Basically, my friends, if you see in a recent trend, all the UPSC toppers who have cleared their exams maintain their blogs to share their experience of preparation on UPSC along with the links provided to download their handwritten notes or their typed notes. That is the example of blog. Okay, where you can share your experiences. Like Anudeep Durishetty has shared, the then topper of UPSC in 2017, the All India first ranker, shared his experience on how to write an essay. Next, wikis. This is very general thing, that is Wikipedia, where you create a page to share the knowledge and content about a topic. Allow the people to add content or edit information on them, acting as a community document or database. Example, Wikipedias, where even any person can edit that Wikipedia account. Recently, even Wikipedia has come up with a new scheme, that is localization of Wikipedia, that is creating content in local language. Next, forums. A basic difference between forum and we will also see the difference between blog and forum. Okay, now here forums, areas are for online discussion. Okay, in UPSC preparations, my friend, you see in insights or any other some social media networks, even in our T1, okay, what we provide is we provide a forum. We provide a link where different people, okay, different students from different parts of India can post their concern and have a discussion. They can even post their answer and ask other person to correct their answer. This is what a forum look like. Often around specific topics and interest, each discussion in the forum is known as a thread. You provide a thread, please discuss, please provide my answers. For example, if in a forum I post a question, so tell me what are all the specifications of social media, then each and every person will give some of the input on that question, and clubbing all that input, I can make a wonderful answer. So that is the plus point with the forums, and many different threads can be active simultaneously. This makes forums good places to indulge and engage in variety of detailed discussion. One major difference between forums and blogs is that blogs you can know who is the owner of that blog, but in forum each person has his own thread, so we cannot exactly find who is the owner of the forum. Okay, clear owner, whereas forum threads are started by members. Okay, each thread has an owner but not whole as a forum. Next, content communities. They organize and share particular kinds of content. Here you have to register, you get a home page and then make connections with the friends. Then the most popular content communities in the trend is Flickr, Quora. You can also see YouTube. Okay, Quora is also one of the content communities where you can ask your question. Quora is also a kind of forum. Quora is also a kind of forum. Next, microblogging. Microblogging is you are just sharing your whatever the experience you have in small lines, your status, how you are feeling in the day. So all that, social networking where small amounts of contents are distributed online through mobile phone network. Example is Twitter. Hope you understood the various types of social media interactions what we have today. So how this social media will help you in maintaining the national security, my friends. Okay, we'll also see examples in my words. Okay, I'll also write few examples on side, but I will discuss these examples in more detail in our further classes so that you get a holistic view, because topic is large and you need to get whole crux, because this is the most important part in your syllabus of internal security. So how exactly the national security and social media work in tandem with one another. One thing, my friend, in social media is the place where you can influence people. These days, YouTubers are not just called a YouTuber or blogger, they are called influencers, social influencers, social influencers. Okay, they have a large memberships in their channels who can simply by a single post can influence a large number of people. Okay, the social media can represent an effective opportunity to preserve national security and to reach the strategic interest of state if it is properly used by civic institutions and in particularly by security services or information services. How? How in the sense that by regularly posting what are the different government schemes and how to avail those government schemes in the websites, then it makes a good approach for the citizens to understand how great the government is working for them, isn't it? Even for the security institutions, by completely having a vigilant over few malicious or few blogs or few social media profiles where the content have been placed to trigger a mob lynching, or you can also say disturbance in the nation, by having a vigilance over them, they can easily grab that account and also delete that account from the social media. So regarding this, in Maharashtra, especially in Mumbai, they have a social media lab. Okay, they have a social media lab. This is a social media lab. This is a very important point. Please note it down. It's a Maharashtra model, I can say, or Mumbai model, where they have a social media lab where they continuously have a vigilance over social media, what exactly is revolving around the social media. Okay. Besides, these tools can be used by the governments for content creation, external collaboration, community building and other applications, and that failure to adopt these tools may reduce the organization's relative capabilities over the time. A simple example, you can create a WhatsApp group, okay, WhatsApp group for your, if you are a district magistrate, you can just create a WhatsApp group, for example, with your hometown name. Okay, for example, Chandigarh, WhatsApp group for Bhopal, WhatsApp group for Indore, WhatsApp group for Hyderabad. So then what happened? By posting continuously, what are the works, what are the things you need to do for community development in that channel, and people get on adding into that WhatsApp group, they'll understand what exactly the government is doing. This makes people feel that government is there to interact with them continuously. Even these days, my friend, there are many cyber cells, phone numbers, especially in the state police cells, where a person can file a complaint even through WhatsApp. He can even register an FIR through WhatsApp by interacting with the local police station through WhatsApp numbers. Especially, it happened in the case of Cyberabad Police, Hyderabad. Case studies are very important, my friends. Case studies, if you know and if you are aware of all these case studies, they fetch a good marks. You have to justify every point you write in your answer sheet. Without justification, you can't expect your marks to be improved. Next, security and law enforcement agencies can use the social media. How they can use? They use to use data available freely on social media platforms to get the mood of citizens on issues, predict patterns and possible flashpoints of disturbances and prevent and react to cyber crimes. Okay, by having complete vigilance, okay. For example, recently what happened, my friend, there was a hashtag rotating, hashtag former genocide in Twitter. By noting that hashtag and by looking exactly who the people are sharing this and where exactly this is concentrated, okay, on Twitter. So then what happened, police system was able to restrict the farmer protest to a single area rather than spreading to lot of areas. That is a very good example for you. To build accountable intelligence may support human intelligence effort which could be shared across agencies, okay, within built-in safeguards to ensure that there is no encroachment upon privacy of citizens. Only those messages which are rotating in internet at a higher rate and which also contain malicious information or a wrong or a fake news, only those should be followed without disturbing the privacy of citizens, and this could be done by latest technology tools and by sharing with other intelligence agencies. So your question for the day is, what is the network, okay, what is the network in which we will be sharing, okay, which we will be sharing all this intelligence information? I'll tell you directly, not an issue. It is called NAT grid. Okay, please look after this NAT grid. Of course, I will teach you what exactly is NAT grid, but before I teach you, you also go through the NAT grid once. Next, you can also give warning and trend prevention, threat, it's a threat prevention tool, okay. Threat prevention I can say, or trend prevention. The ability to forestall future strategic and tactical content is of paramount importance in order to reduce possibilities to be caught by surprised by threats and increase the resilience to them. So what happened, my friends, there was an incident in Bangalore riots, okay, it happened in 2020. What happened in this Bangalore riots? So what happened, a nephew of a local MLA in Bangalore has posted derogatory post, okay, he had given a derogatory post on Muhammad, okay, you know Muhammad, the person who has written the Quran in the Muslims, okay. So what happened there, when he has given a derogatory post, it infused a high level of people gathering around that local legislature house. Around 2,000 people gathered and they were protesting with weapons, and it led to riots in Bangalore region. Okay, one need to note such example. If we have a complete vigilance over such systems, and we can simply warn that this is a fake news, and there were also incidences of mob lynching because of spread of fake news, okay, we can even eradicate that. Institutional communication tool, where in this case, my friend, this is important, okay, state has to reach information superiority, referred to as advantage over adversary in IT and decision making. If they really want to guarantee high competitiveness, efficiency standards, protect their own strategic interests and effective counter threats to national security. Social media can help reach this kind of competitive advantage since they increase the agility and flexibility of information sharing procedures and accelerate the decision making process. What does this mean? Institutional communication tool. It's a very simple example, my friends, where our adversary elements, especially, let me share a good example with you. In social media, my friends, most of the adversary countries or our opponent countries, they post derogatory post upon India in social media. So what happens? It is very loss for India when one says bad words about India on social media, because it has a lot of reach. So rather than making our opponents to have such a reach, we India should develop such tools and have a continuous interaction with our people so that no one is ready to believe such posts by our adversary countries or states. To inform and engage with citizens to build secure communities with shared information. We have to continuously have contact with people, citizens of India. Why? Because social media is the highly influential group which is present today. To ensure presence, to combat misuse of social platform, to spread malicious rumor which may trigger problems for internal security and law and order, and prepare standard operating procedure in times of emergency. So what they are saying is, I'll tell you one more example to understand this line. If you do not understand what I have written, you can understand with my examples. So what happened to tackle this fake news in social medias? What Hyderabad has done is, they have spread an awareness hashtag. They have spread in Hyderabad. Okay, the Cyberabad police people have said hashtag let's tackle fake news. Okay, what do? They spread this hashtag let's tackle fake news in such an elaborate way so that they can suppress the fake news which might lead to incidences like cow vigilantism. Okay, cow vigilantism, and you can also say mob lynching. Okay, next. Influence, propaganda and deception. What happened here, my friends? Even social media can be used to influence the people in electoral politics. So this was a case which was in burning. It has been said that in the election of US President Trump, Russia has played an influential role in the internet where many number of posts were given so that people unknowingly go and vote to Trump. So to use social media allows not only to communicate, share or capture information. Even political parties can show their propaganda. During the time of elections, they have been using social media in such a wide sense that videos or even gifts have been shared through this social media. So this is one of the negative point you can say, but also a positive point wherein you can also motivate a positive propaganda saying the secular nature of India, telling about the Vasudeva Kutumbakam tagline of India. Okay, so what are the negative impacts of social media? What are the negative impacts of social media on our democracy? Okay, on our democracy or democratic system. One is fake news. Okay, it allowed the criminal actors to launch misinformation campaigns and incite violence, as in the case of mob lynching. I will tell you what are the famous examples in the next eventual slides. Next, echo chambers. Echo chambers are nothing but it creates a bubble. Okay, it creates a bubble around the people near you and it shares a malicious or false information. See, bubble where people only can see viewpoints that they agree with, strengthening the preferred narratives and rejecting the information that undermines, thereby creating a polarized society. For example, if there are 5 people around you who are with you that you are against a certain religion or certain community. So then what happens? That people who have their search data on social media that they are searching against some community, then it gives more and more data about such content which always rises your anti against certain community or religion. Okay, I hope you understood this. You will be in a bubble where what all you can see is only one ideology, same ideology. You will all share the same ideology. That is called echo chambers. Next, you can also use it for political harassment and unequal participation, because social media is not in reach to all the people. Only the urban people have a lot of social media reach. Could end up ignored and find groups could be appear mainstream. Foreign interference could be possible. Okay, especially in the case of elections. As I said you, there is a conspiracy that Russia has been playing a role in US election of president. Next, what are the threats, basic threats of social media for our internal security? The major issues I can say you, one of the best example is Arab Spring. Arab Spring. Okay, even last day when I was preparing for this class, there was a post that social media of Iran has been hacked and it was spreading that death to Khomeini or the premier leader of Iran. Okay, death to their leader. Okay, it was a spread of propaganda where it creates internal disturbances, my friend. Of course, in the case of Iran, it's a different case where Iran is opposite to USA in most of the cases because of its outgoing from the Iran nuclear deal or whatever the international relation it is going between them. It's a different case. So what happens in this case is there was a simple post against the entertainment what they had, who were entertaining at that time, the leaders of Arab nations who enjoyed monarchy from times and were gathering enormous money around them. They thought they have nothing to do for the people and they are happy with their money. But what happened? A simple post on social media has created chaos, and it started from Tunisia, and it spread to all the Arab nations, and it has led to installation of democracy in not only Tunisia but also in other Arab nations. Social media processes challenges but democracy, because sharing on such a social network and blogs present powerful tools to spread information to masses. Example is the Moldovan Twitter riots. You can also say the WikiLeaks, the Julian Assange, the London riots, the Iranian elections, and Arab freedom movement, that is also known as Arab Spring. The efficient use of tools provided by news media in new military power, because electronic and social media are the most effective and powerful means of mass motivation. They can very easily you can change the minds of the people by using social media, continuously showing him that this is the reality rather than showing the exact reality on the ground. For the government of India, the internet remains the chosen platform for socio-economic empowerment schemes, which also makes India uniquely dependent on internet platform for its development, while at the same time it heightens the risk of India's vulnerabilities. We see India has its own Twitter channel. Various ministries have their Twitter channels where they post continuous information on sharing how a scheme works, where the scheme has been launched, how you can avail the benefits. So one should be very careful that these accounts are not hacked and they have genuine information. Next, terrorism is also a threat. Now terrorists are using social media accounts to spread their propaganda, especially even in TikTok. Around 19 to 20 accounts, accounts of Islamic State of ISIS, Islamic State, were found and they were removed. Even they were using Telegram, even they have Facebook, even by live streaming the terrorist activities, especially in the case of Christchurch, where we have given Christchurch incident. All these were propaganda in support of terrorism. So even there were joinings through these social media accounts into the terrorist groups. It even happened in India also, where NIA had been tracking all these things and was able to grab, and NIA got input from NTRO, National Technical Research Organization, NTRO, and even from CERT also they get the input. So by gathering all this information on NatGrid, they were able to grab most of the terrorists who were in contact with the terrorist organizations through social media accounts. The rapid expansion and development of social media can be used to cause problems by propagating certain ideology, mobilization and organization of people. Even in the case of Jammu and Kashmir, my friends, whenever you see, Jammu and Kashmir is the only, I can say, union territory now where more number of internet lockdowns or shutdowns you see. Why? Because they know there is a propaganda spreading on WhatsApp, and even there is a share of money on WhatsApp where it could be used for stone pelting, especially in the region of Jammu and Kashmir, by the radical people around that region. Even political movements and revolutions could happen by using the social media. Disrupting the public order, involuntary through the unchecked spread of rumors, deliberately through propagation, misinformation with intent of creating enmity between the groups. If a party is right party, then it creates a situation that people are rioting against the left party, by sharing sensitive information regarding that. Even the criminals also use this social media, like non-traditional crimes and for traditional crimes also. Traditional crimes such as you can do smuggling, you can do money laundering by using social media, you can do human trafficking and etc. in the case of common traditional ones, and new era crimes such as getting the information from the other people computers, like ransomware, you can do child pornography, and you are also introducing virus into some others computers, you are doing cyberbullying or cyberbullying, whatever you want to pronounce it. So all these are new era activities against the people. Cases of cyberbullying: misuse and corruption of personal information by posting material about an individual by third parties, often of malicious nature, and publishing of material involving without their consent, which can be embarrassed or worse. This has been seen especially in the case of women, where number of women pictures who are in good position were posted in such a bad websites to make them derogatory to look. Especially this one you can see in the recent incidents of Bully case. Bully. Okay, Bully website. This we will exactly deal in the case of cyber security and cyber crime in India in an elaborate way. And even it can also lead to war, because they say that according to NATO, the next level of war will take place on the social media, on the internet itself. More and more connected environments which will be characterized by the new communication and information technologies such as social media. Recently, for example, the hacking of New York Times, Twitter services by Syrian agencies, and similar news, the US and China continue to exchange blows in the field of hacking. So they were continuous hacking on the social media accounts from different countries, which we have seen especially in the case of USA and China. Yes, my friends, we have come to an end of this session. I would like to end this session by giving you recent incidences of mob lynching by different posts which were given on the WhatsApp or rotated on the WhatsApp. The first one is Indian WhatsApp lynching case. Okay, Indian WhatsApp lynching. Okay, what happened exactly is, it started in the year 2017, where there was a misinformation spreading in the region of Jharkhand that there were two people who are kidnapping children in that area, and they even posted videos of kidnapping showing that that incident took place in that locality itself. Rather, it was not in that locality but some other random video they posted. So because of that, what happened in Jharkhand was, they killed around 7 men. Okay, a large mob has killed around 7 men, and it was not in the national media till the end of that year, that is in 2018 January. It took a national media attention, and government has said they have to take proactive action on that. Especially why I took mob lynching as a case study, because my friends, in India there is no data on mob lynching under National Crime Record Bureau, NCRB. No data provision, or they have collected in the year 2017-18 but they did not publish. No data published on mob lynching. No data has been published on mob lynching. And soon after, fake message customized with locally specific details are circulated along with real videos attached to fake message or claims. So this was happening. Soon after that, there was a very incident which had a dual role to play. Okay, I have took this case study because it also included bit sort of communal tensions to get started. That is Palghar mob lynching. Okay, 2020 Palghar mob lynching. Palghar is a region in Maharashtra, my friends. What happened? The same message saying that few people are there in the Palghar region who are kidnapping your children. So then what happened? There was a sadhu, around 70 years old sadhu. They thought this sadhu is the person who is kidnapping the children to do some black magic and to kill them for cult. So what happened? Lynched two Hindu sadhus and their drivers in Palghar district, Maharashtra. The incident was fueled by WhatsApp rumors about the thieves operating in the area during the national lockdown of COVID-19 pandemic. The vigilant group of village has mistaken 3 passengers as thieves and killed them. So this was the case. They thought they were thieves and they also thought they were the kidnappers also. So what happened? The policemen intervened and they tried to stop the mob, but the mob was so furious that they even attacked the policemen for stopping them. So then what happened? Around 101 villagers were then arrested. All the 3 persons, 2 people were died and other 3 people were badly injured. Even policemen were injured in this case. So the incident was not end here. There was a rumor again rotating in the WhatsApp on social media saying that all the people who were arrested were of Muslim community just because the people who were killed were Hindu sadhus and they targeted Muslims. So then what happened? Immediately the then Home Minister of Maharashtra has come to online and has said, no, all the people who were arrested around 101 were all Hindus and the both sufferer and the people who have suffered him to death belong to same community. There is no communal issue in this. So see, because of the proactive action of the Home Minister Anil Deshmukh, what happened? There was no riots taken place between 2 communities. If the Home Minister has not given such statement, then it could have led to a different riot. And as in the case of Bangalore riots, the next case 2020, the recent one, this includes a derogatory post on the Muhammad of Islam. So what happened? All the Islamic people have gathered around the MLA's house where they have burned and damaged the property, and in the opposite clashes with the policemen, around 3 people were killed in the clashes. So it is also an example what you need to know. So when the committee was placed, to look into the exact incident, the committee has said that this Bangalore riot has been pre-planned, communal motivated. It was pre-planned and it was communal motivated by certain party. They have mentioned that one. So last but not least, my friends, let me show you the 2 main questions which came in the previous year from this topic what we have learnt today. That is, what are social networking sites and what security implications do these sites present? He is asking, what are social networking sites? One question. What security implications does these sites present? Number 2 question. I have provided each and every point to answer this question which came in the year 2013 UPSC. You can explain what exactly is social media by its characteristics, and you can sell the different types of social media like microblogging, okay, blogs, forums, etc. And you can write security implications, as I have said you, terrorism, spread of radicalization. You can also say mob lynching example, okay, cow vigilantism. All these examples what I have provided in your slides, you will get the answer. The next question is, mob violence is emerging as a serious law and order problem in India. By giving suitable examples, analyze the causes and consequences of such violence. I have given you 2 such examples, my friends. Please go through those examples and even try to write this answer which came in the year 2017. These are not my questions but UPSC Civil Services previous year questions. Try to answer them by your own by using our classes. Even I will provide an answer for this in our separate question and answer session for internal security with each and every model answer given for each question. So friends, we will come to an end of this class. So thank you for watching our video. This is Nikhil from Telugu One Academy. Thank you.